cut the dowel to the 18-inch. Then you'll want to cut the tennis ball in half. I would really suggest getting everything ready, pre-cut and to go. Don't try to assemble it as you're cutting everything. That'll just be confusing. After you've cut the tennis ball in half, you'll want to drill the holes in both ends. We went with both ends, and the instructions on here, it said only do one end just for the top cap. But we found that doing the second hole at the bottom to screw this in place will also help hold it better. And kind of looks neater. It looks more like a more professional juggler. Then what you want to do, you'll want to have this printed out. You can print it out on this website. You can print it in like A4 legal, 8.5 by 11 size. And each one gives you this template. Around the bottom of the bottle, you'll see there's a little seam or a little wherever that edge is. If you line up the pattern perfectly along that bottle, it aligns and overlaps just a tiny bit. That overlap that it has in the template is so that you can tape it down and still sketch everything around it perfectly. Because all you'll do here is just cut straight across. You don't need this extra little tab. So then you just mark around it, score it, cut it out, and you'll end up with a piece like this. And this is what we will use to wrap to make the handle, so that if you can fill with these clubs, it kind of gives cushion. So you're not hitting your hand directly on the wooden dowel. You want to make sure
for like a pack of 4.
Yes, that you get the correct furniture tip to fit your dowel rod. Not only did you drill holes in the dowel, but you also drill a hole in the bottle. Go ahead and drill a hole in the tennis ball in dead center. I'll just kind of eyeball it. Drill a hole in the bottom of here. This makes it easier so that when you're screwing them in, it's not getting all stuck on it. Next, you'll want to decorate the dowel before you put it in the bottle, because then how are you going to decorate it? It's already in the bottle. I went with dyeing this one green because I found that with the green marker, it just looked like a black rod because of the tinting of the bottle. So you'll want to take into consideration and check a couple of times before you do stuff, otherwise you might end up with something looking not like you want it. So then go ahead and pre-insert the screw in the top of the tennis ball. Flip it inside out so that you can easily line up these holes. This will take a moment. What the washer does is help stop the material from breaking and just popping back over the top of the screw. After we've got the tennis ball on there, next we're going to add the handle wrap. Now I'm going to need someone's help for this one, because what we're going to do is take this wrap and right where this curves, this flat top edge, what you want to do is line up the back of that curve with the top of this with the mouth opening so that it lines up flat. And then have someone hold it right there and there on both sides. We're going to take our stapler. You're going to have to put a lot of force into this to make sure that it goes all the way in. Okay. So now, what that does is help keep it in place. Yes.
Good job, Jenna.
That'll help hold the wrap in place so that we can just wrap this around.
Nice.
Cool.
And you just wrap it, and then you're going to adjust just a little bit to make it fit. Tape this down and not worry about it coming back up. Okay, next, we're going to tape all the way down this handle to give it that nice wrapped look. I would go a little bit over the bottle. It makes it look nicer, cleaner, neater, and adds that extra support of holding the handle down. Now that we've wrapped the handle, we can go ahead and put on the bottom cap. It'll fit nice and snugly over the end. Oh my God, it's cute. Washer and screw. Screw this one as well. And then all that's left is decoration. A little extra tape at the top to go around the tennis ball. That way it doesn't look so damaged.
No, I like the rugged look. I could just leave it.
So there you go. That's all there is.
Alright.
to the tennis ball.
So,